Bienvenue, ici War Survivor Chris Vegas qui s'adresse à tout le monde. C'est parti pour la suite de PGA Tour 2K25 sur PS5. Et continue le jeu, c'est parti.
Good day, folks. It's time to get ready for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, brought to you by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. Round one of the Daybreak Classic is about to begin. Hello all, I'm Luke Elvey. It's terrific to have your company as always here at 2K Sports. Alongside me in the booth is Rich Beam, and out on the course is Henny Quack and John McCarthy, following all the action. It's a terrific day weather-wise. We're expecting all the action to be just as hot. Can't wait to see what happens out on the course. That one's headed in the general vicinity of the putting surface. That's a tad wayward. Not quite finding the surface. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. How close was that to going down? Okay, so that finishes that hole. Time now to make the turn for home, Rich, and this is an exciting part of the championship. What are your thoughts on this performance?
Well, after 9, so far so good. It's great to see these two players stepping up, getting the best out of the games. It'll be interesting to see exactly who's going to be ahead at the end of the tournament. Pretty good shot there.
Even for the day. This would be a great up and down. Nice soft hands around the green. What a skill to have. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. So, no movement on the leaderboard there, remaining at even overall. Over to the 11th tee, where you've really got to be quite accurate off it in this par 4.
Your driver not really necessary off this hole. You just need to make sure you find the fairway. From there, you've got 2 bunkers on the left of the green protecting wayward shots and a 3rd back right. This is another solid hole.
Second shot here on the 11th. Choosing the 9-iron here. Here's a look at Roseng from a little earlier.
Look at this shot here, Luke.
This would be a great up and down. Ooh, that almost went down. Big putt for par coming up. And down it goes. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. This incredible collection of par 4s at Pinehurst number 2 continues here at the par 4 12th. Well, on the tee now, coming off for par. Chance to pipe one up the middle. Well, there's some great new stars in the women's game, but Rose Zhang's really one of the brightest out there. She stepped right up onto the big stage early in her career, but she just seems to be going to another level right now.
Well, it was astonishing coming right out of the amateur game and winning so quickly her first start on the LPGA Tour. And that just doesn't happen. You know, who does that? I mean, a handful of players in the game have ever done that. And to watch her go out there and just kind of make that move seamlessly, that's only for world-class players, which is exactly what she is. I just can't wait to watch her progress and see exactly what her limit is, because right now I don't think she has one.
Yeah, well played. And this putt for first place on the leaderboard. And checking in the standings, our player has moved back to the top of the leaderboard. Rich, we're standing on the 14th tee, and you feel like there's a chance just to get after one here.
Decisions to be made. Do you take driver and try and fit it around that fairway bunker, or do you take 3-wood and lay it back of it? If you take driver out, you're going to have such an easier second shot. 3-wood, a much longer shot, but there is room to bounce this golf ball into the screen, not as severe on the edges as others.
Ooh. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
This putt of about 7 feet to the hole.
This is for par.
And that was a bogey by our leader, so the rest of the field feeling a little opportunity here to close the gap. And that makes him tied for first. Well, there you have it, Rich. At the end of the opening round, he finds himself in first place.
Who doesn't like to be the leader? It's always good. No matter the first round, you'd rather have it the last round, though. But I got to say, good start.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time. .2K Sports and the PGA Tour are thrilled to bring you the exciting season-long race for the FedEx Cup. The second round of the Daybreak Classic is set to begin. Hello everyone, Luke Elvey here, and my mate Rich Beam in the booth beside me. We're thrilled to have you with us on 2K Sports today. Rich, do you fancy this player's chances?
Well, they've got the lead, and there is a significant chasing pack, so they can't get too wrapped up in what's going on behind them. They've got to kind of keep their nose out front. They got to keep pushing along and play the golf course. Don't think about who's chasing you down. Just think about playing the golf course. But if you do find themselves falling back a little bit, then they need to go ahead and start making a little bit different push, maybe come up with a different game plan. But right now, out in front, they just kind of have to play the golf course right now and keep that in their sights.
That's impressive. He just keeps extending his advantage over the field. And that will take him to 2 under. The 14th is a par 4.
Lay it back short of that fairway bunker with 3-wood, or take it on with driver. If you take it on with driver, the second shot becomes much easier, and now a birdie opportunity really presents itself. Laying back with a 3-wood, find the center of the green, 2-putt, and get out of here.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This putt goes downhill and breaks to the right.
That's disappointing. Just a 4-footer remaining. Our leader is building a massive advantage, now 7 strokes ahead of the field. There's always a sense of excitement striding onto the tee of a par 3 hole.
Visually, probably the most challenging shot players will see all week long. There's just a wall of grass, and none of it is flat right in front of you. You don't see the flat portion of the green necessarily. You just see the runoff areas, and usually your golf ball is in one of those. This is so difficult from a visual perspective.
Our current leader is up by a whopping 7 shots now. We've arrived at a par 4. This shot coming from around 220 yards. This one looks like it's headed towards the rough. Setting up for his 3rd shot. Oh, you absolutely love to see that.
Out of the rough, into the hole. Thank you very much.
glad we get to see this again. This one should be practiced at home.
Leading by 8 strokes now after that hole. On the tee of a par 3.
I cannot look at the 17th hole and not think about the shot that Payne Stewart hit in there back in 1999. It was just glorious. And when you stand on that tee on 17, that's the only image that you want to have. Payne Stewart swinging, balancing, finishing it.
Si tu as des questions, n'hésite pas. Reste passionné dans ce que tu fais. Fin de la vidéo. Bienvenue, ici War Survivor Chris Vegas qui s'adresse à tout le monde. C'est parti pour la suite de PGA Tour 2K25 sur PS5. Je continue le jeu, c'est parti.
Great to have your company on 2K Sports as we get through this Daybreak Classic. The players are out at the 17th, so let's head out onto the course. Going with the 6-iron here. Is that right? I think so. This would be a great up and down from this spot.
Bienvenue, ici War Survivor Chris Vegas qui s'adresse à tout le monde. C'est parti pour la suite de PGA Tour 2K25 sur PS5. Je continue le jeu, c'est parti.
Welcome back to our continued coverage of the Daybreak Classic. Let's pick up the action at the 17th. Going with the 6-iron here. This one's bunker bound. Unable to find the green on this one. This is his second shot. Oh, that's absolutely beautiful out of the sand. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Our current leader now enjoying a 9-stroke lead. And as we stand on the last tee, it's a par 4.
Blind tee shot here for these players. That's the difficulty here. Just pick a spot in the distance and give her a whirl. Second shot up the hill slightly, but do not miss it too far right or you'll find a low area for your second. Anything missing up to the left-hand side could kick back onto the green. And dare I say, finished with a birdie.
That'll affect the scorecard. Signing off with a bogey. Yeah, that's another really impressive performance, building upon the advantage, and it looks like taking a big lead going into the final 2 days.
What an amazing performance. Everything that this player has done has been absolutely spot on. Flawless, if you like. Massive lead through 2 rounds. Lots of golf yet to be played.
Well, another great day of action here. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's moving day at the Daybreak Classic, and we're ready to bring you all the action. Luke Elvey here, pleased to have you with us today. As this player starts their round in the lead, what should be their focus for today?
Yes, right now the game plan is working, but they still have to go out there and play off the front foot, play on offense, and not worry about who's chasing them.
Opting for the 6-iron. Sitting at 3 under par. Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. And just with 9 holes remaining, Rich, what do you think here is going to happen for this player?
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete.
2 wins so far this season. Not quite the shot he was wanting.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? A par putt awaits. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. And that'll ensure he remains in first place. Teeing off now at the 11th hole.
Your driver not really necessary off this hole. You just need to make sure you find the fairway. From there, you've got 2 bunkers on the left of the green protecting wayward shots and a 3rd back right. This is another solid hole.
Not a huge surprise missing the green here. That lie was awful.
This putt was about 8 feet.
Who doesn't love a par putt?
Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. That should find the cut stuff. Second shot here on the 12th. Just needs this one to kick right. And he's safely on the green. And he's down there. You got to read.
This putt's going to come in from the left side.
And this putt coming up for his par. Just hammered that through the line. And after that, he'll drop to 1 under par. Well, I don't know about you, Rich, but I've been in absolute awe of this player's performance. Has built a huge advantage going to the final round.
Yes, you always want to be in first place going into the final round. In saying that, it can be uncomfortable as well. We'll have to see how this player tomorrow handles the pressure.
Get set for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. It's time to see who will be crowned champion here at the Daybreak Classic. I'm Luke Elvey with Rich Beam, and it's great to have you with us. And Rich, this final round gets underway. Our featured player is leading the pack.
Any lead is a great lead, and this player has been head and shoulders above the rest of the field. Hopefully another really good day of golf ahead of us.
Let's see what's happening out at the 15th. He's been playing beautifully all tournament, got quite a healthy advantage. Let's see if he gets the job done.
Si tu as des questions, n'hésite pas, reste passionné dans ce que tu fais. Fin de la vidéo.